This is Kreskin, and welcome, folks, to my weekly What's on My Mind. You know, there's some positiveness coming out of the coronavirus whole scenario, slowing down. And when I say slowing down, they're shutting down the shutting down of our lives. We're no longer urged to incarcerate ourselves behind walls and to get out in the clear air, slowly correcting and returning to our lifestyle. It's not going to happen overnight, but I get a positive feeling. I really do. You know, we've seen a tragic loss of life these months, and we're now seeing and becoming aware of a tragic loss of jobs. 30 to 40 million is a serious crisis, and I have a feeling, by the way, and I predict this, that in years to come, historians who will write full books on this whole scenario are going to judge that it was a great mistake to close down our lives, to close down society, and have us within rooms, sheltered from everything else around us. The worst thing, and it's something we need to think about, you parents especially, and that is our schools. I think that's one of the greatest mistakes we've ever made, because the occasion and the occurrence of this tragic illness is not common amongst young people, and it could have been handled. It could have been handled very, very well. I really wonder why we haven't thought of going to school in June or July. Yes, they're postponing it till September, and at the same time, perhaps even next year. I want to say something about summer school, because, you know, our founding fathers did not have the idea that because of the heat and so forth, children would be on vacation for the summer. There are parts of the world that suffer from great intense heat in the wintertime, and the kids still go to school. No, our founding fathers had in mind the need for help on the farms to prepare for the fall, and that's where students were let out of school to help the farmer in their preparation. Interesting now, I find this really ingenious, and I'm not going to express any humor because it's an open door to the comedians today to solve so much of what's going on. We're now thinking of printing, and this is our political leaders printing more money. Not an extraordinary amount of money, maybe $1 billion or a few $1 billion. Not only to pay illegal aliens from outer space, from Mars, Venus, or what have you, but to solve a lot of the situations in our culture today. I don't want to comment on that now, but when the money isn't there, how are we going to get the money? And forgive me for losing my voice, because when I think of money disappearing, it isn't just my voice that's going to go. The other thing is we're going to change our lifestyle and be recognizable again, because we're not going to be going out with face masks. Oh, by the way, let me let you in on a personal secret of confidence of mine, of yours truly, because I do share, while these meetings here are not dealing with my life, that's not my intention. It has to deal with my reflection on current affairs or things that I foresee developing and what have you. But I jog every day or every evening for 20 minutes, indoors or outdoors. And I never wore a mask. It never made any sense for me to wear a mask outside, because it's healthier to breathe fresh air. And so 66% of the illnesses came from people who sequestered themselves indoors all the time. So our politicians have been peddling an awful lot of pain, but there's a pain that they can correct. And this is a very, very serious suggestion I want to make. I'm in show business. And in show business, you don't get paid unless you produce results. And if you have management or people taking care of your career, and you have agents, they receive percentages and commissions on the work that you have. You have less work, they get less commissions. That makes sense in the work world. The work world pays less when less is produced or gathered in. I have a suggestion to our political figures, some of whom have gone home for long periods, not even shown up in Congress because they said they couldn't get anything done. Well, with the unusual large salaries that you're getting each month, why don't you cut down on what you're receiving and base it on what you're producing? So you should be getting less money, less percentage, the way show business has worked all through the years. Oh, by the way, if any of you are interested in participating in my programs, perhaps and even in advertising, you can go online and contact us. But I want to also clear something up. Please don't misunderstand me, folks. I have nothing against politicians. I just wish that most of them, I wish most of them had been on the Titanic. I'll see you next week. Be the good Lord will.